Hi, this is trepacer. I know it's the end of the year, so everybody's doing their top films of 2014 and their worst films of 2014. I purposely tried to, so I'm gonna do something a little different that I saw that they did on AMC. Some of them did top and worst, best and worst list, but I'm gonna put most disappointing film because I have 7 on my list here of disappointing films, and I guess they had some things good about it, but they were a disappointment nonetheless, but they weren't, I guess, the worst. Like I purposely tried to avoid films that I thought were going to be bad. So, and that's, it is what it is. But I got 7 here, and in no particular order, but I'm just going to, because I was just writing it down, and I went on a website to look at see the films that came out in 2014 and the ones that I saw. Okay, so without further ado, drum roll. I got 7, like I said, in my most disappointing films of 2014. I guess at the bottom, or it should be first, I guess. But I don't know why I didn't have that great expectations. But I guess because they said the people that made Underworld, and I know what type of movies they are, and I have no mind the Underworld movies. But Frankenstein, which was absolutely, I didn't see it because it came out in January, and I should have known. But later it came out, so I blind bought it, because it came out 3D, so I just wanted to watch it, and I watched it, and it was pretty bad. Frankenstein, especially considering you have Aaron Eckhart, who's a decent actor. Just that the script was horrible, and even though they had, I forgot the British guy actor that was in the Underworld movies, they had him in the movie, I guess, to try to add credibility to it. But it was still some silliness about angels and demons fighting each other, and him being caught in the middle, and they wanted to use the Frankenstein monster to create a new race of men and all this. It's just the plot was all over the place and overly complicated. Okay, and just really bad. Okay, so Frankenstein is, I guess, number 7. Okay, number 6 would be Sabotage. That's the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger was in, and it had a great cast in it, and it was directed by David Ayer, so you thought it would, it'd be decent. And I thought with the cast, it had Sawyer from Lost in it, Terrence Howard. Who else was in it? Joe. I forgot the other. There was a bunch of stars in it. Like a really good cast, but the story was basically all over the place, and it was basically about this SWAT team that he thought was dirt, that maybe they stole the money or not. The members are starting getting killed off, and then you got to figure out who did it. And then so it's Arnold at the same time because his wife and kid got killed. He's trying to get revenge. It's just overly complicated and really long and really really stupid, because there were certain stupid things that happened in that movie that made no sense. Okay, like the female cop that was investigating Arnold Schwarzenegger's case, she wound up sleeping with him. Just really ridiculous and over the top. Okay, number I guess that's 7, 6. I guess this would be 5. That would be Annabelle. Okay, this would be the prequel to the Conjuring movies about the doll, and you think with that premise it would be a great story, but actually it wasn't. They had a lot of fake scares in it about this couple that actually got the doll. Okay, and then of course then they kind of try to explain why the doll was cursed. It wasn't the doll's fault. Technically, it was, I guess, it got some bad blood, basically, which made it evil, I guess, which is just really stupid. And like I said, a lot of fake scares and a lot of fake jump scares in it, and the ending was totally predictable. And why Alfred Woodard was in the movie? Why she? I guess everybody got to eat, so why she was in that horrible movie? I don't know why. Like the movie didn't deserve her to be in it, but she was in it nonetheless. Okay, but like I said, a lot of fake jump scares and not a really good backstory for Annabelle, because that character was such, in The Conjuring, was just a great little side character, had their own little story to the side to the main story, and I guess they thought they could capitalize on it, but they came up with a weak story. Okay, anyway, so that's 7, 6, and 5. Okay, now 4 would be Transformers 4. Okay, which I did go to see in the movie theaters. And first of all, the movie was way too long, about an hour too long. Okay, and I thought without Shia LaBeouf in it, with all his fake screaming, and that the movie would be better. You got Mark Wahlberg, who's a decent enough actor. Okay, but this plot was all over the place and way too long. Like I said, the movie was way too long. Not enough Autobots in it for me. Okay, and the story was all over the place. Okay, and the daughter was very annoying. The character of the daughter, she was very, very annoying. Her and her her race car driver boyfriend. He was really annoying too. Okay, those two characters could have been exercised from the movie completely. But I understand Michael Bay, he has to have a hot chick in the movie, so I guess the daughter was the designated hot chick. But the movie was way too long, and but like I said, it made money, so they're gonna make a Transformers 5, and part more likely Michael Bay's gonna direct it. So might as well, I guess, get used to it. Okay, it is what it is. And I guess you're gonna have to wait till a movie he makes, the Transformers movie he makes, doesn't make money, which unfortunately, I think his movie's always gonna. The Transformers movies, people are gonna go see them. That's just, you got fans that just will go see the movie, okay, no matter what, okay. And I think that's what Transformers 4 proved. Because I'm sorry, the movie was way too long, plot way too ridiculous, and an annoying daughter, even though she was hot, and an annoying boyfriend, even more a waste of time, and just way too long. Okay. Anyway, and not enough Autobots in it for me. Okay, so that's 7, 6, 5, 4. Now 3 would be Expendables 3. Okay, and for obvious reasons that people have talked about before. Okay, they took away the basic premise. Sylvester Stallone wanted to making it PG-13 was stupid. That was the first dumb mistake. You should have left Expendables be R. Okay, getting Wesley Snipes is good, and that opening sequence with Wesley Snipes is fantastic. Okay, but getting a young group of him firing the Expendables, and Mel Gibson was a good thing about Expendables 3. He was one of the main good things about Expendables 3. Mel Gibson, he made a great villain, and like a lot of people said, that scene where he's explaining to Barney, why he's going after him and all that stuff. That scene was intense, and Mel Gibson acted his ass off in that scene. But like I said, weak story. They should have never. The whole premise of the Expendables is to show the whole '80s action stars, not to bring in a young group. Okay, which had no personality. And I'm sorry, what's her name? The MMA chick. She can't act her ass. I mean, she can't act to save her life. And that last scene of them singing in the bar was cringe-worthy. Oh my God! There was only one guy that I think was decent enough in there. And I think that was what was his name? The guy that rode the motorcycle. I don't know what his name is, but I think he was the only decent younger guy that they had in it. But they took away from the premise of the movie. Expendables, you're supposed to get old guys and have them kick ass, not get rid of the old guys for like a good chunk of the movie, then bring them back at the end. That was stupid. Okay, stupid and a waste of time. Okay, especially considering the talent you had in it. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger and Harrison Ford in a movie together. How often do you get that? And Mel Gibson together too. How often do you get Mel Gibson, Harrison Ford, and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone in a movie? Okay, and then it still sucks. And then plus the movie did leak early, so people saw it. But if it was a decent movie, people would have saw it anyway. But making it PG-13, bringing in the younger crew, which was stupid. That was really stupid, and that was a dumb idea. And if they make a 4, okay, get rid of the young guys, okay, and keep the premise of the movie, of the Expendables. And plus, disappeared. Terry Crews, and maybe because he was filming his TV show or something, he couldn't be in it as much. But they have him get hurt, and then he disappears for a good chunk of the movie. I mean, come on, Terry Crews is one of the reasons you want to see it. And so, I'm sorry, it was horrible. Okay, and number 2, I guess, would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, when I say disappointing, the Turtles were the best thing about the movie to me. The Turtles themselves, they were fantastic. I had no problem with them. And even Megan Fox, I didn't have a problem with her even. A lot of people hated her being April O'Neil. I didn't have any problem with her either. Who I did have a problem with is Will Arnett. His character was so annoying, and I guess he was supposed to be annoying, but and pervy. But oh my God, he was so annoying. I literally wanted to take a shovel and jump into the screen and beat him to death with the shovel because he was so annoying and so not necessary to the plot. Okay, and also making Shredder a henchman. Okay, and making I forgot the actor who's a really good actor anyway. The guy that was played the main guy that was controlling things. I forgot his name. The actor, I can't think of his name right now, but he's a good actor. But making Shredder, instead of having Shredder be in charge of everything, like it was stupid. Okay, making Shredder be like a side henchman, which is stupid. Okay, that's another stupid thing. But I think the movie made enough money where they're going to make a sequel, and hopefully they'll bring in Casey Jones, get rid of Will Arnett's character completely. Okay. And let Shredder be the main villain like he's supposed to be. Okay, that's like having Star Wars and have Darth Vader, even though in the end Darth Vader was working for the Emperor, But the first two movies, Darth Vader was running the show. Okay, as far he's probably taking orders from the Emperor, but he was basically running the show in the movies. At least that's the way it appeared. Okay, but having Shredder be like a side guy and having the human guy be basically in charge of all of everything, trying you see that type in the movie all the time with the straight businessman is really evil on the side. He has a public face, and then behind the scenes he's evil. That's such a cliche. Okay, and my number one disappointing film would be Spider-Man 2. Close your ears, so you don't want to hear this. Again, I think, like a lot of people said, they had way too many ideas for Amazing Spider-Man 2, and we should have known when we first found out that what's her name was the girl from Divergent. She was cast as Gwen. It's not Gwen Stacy, as Mary Jane. And then you find out they canceled, they scrubbed the part, even though they shot scenes of her, and then they completely scrubbed her from the movie, which was, you should have known then they were having issues. Then plus we heard all these stories about them basically setting up. They wanted to set up, to have a Sinister Six movie and set up all these other movies, but they didn't pay attention to the main script of the movie that they were actually making. Okay, and again, one of my issues again was, the supposed close relationship between Peter Parker and Harry Osborn, which I didn't see at all in the movie to me. And then, it seemed like they kind of rushed that. And again, Electro, he was the guy that they made you feel extra sorry for him. And then they had Harry Osborn basically turn him into a full-fledged villain and turn him against Spider-Man because he thought people were cheering for him, and just ridiculous and all over the place with the premise. And like I said, Rhino was completely wasted. You might not have even had him in the film. It was a complete waste of time. And then, like I said, they was trying to set up too much for future movies instead of concentrating on the script that they had. And that, I guess you have to blame the studio for part of that too, because they're the ones that approved it. And they should have, just focused on the movie that they were in, and concentrate on that. They didn't need the Green Goblin in this movie at all. To me, you could have saved him for the third movie if you wanted to bring him in, instead of bringing him in, and just let Electro be the main villain, and have Peter working on his trying to find out about his parents, and of course stand with Gwen Stacy, and then have her death, which they speed it up, they kind of sped it up. I was kind of hoping that she would last at least till the third movie, but they killed her off in her scene, and like I said, the guy, Harry Osborn became the Green Goblin in the last 15-20 minutes of the movie, and it was really just, really a disappointment. And now, you hear that they might not make a Spider-Man 3 at all, and that hopefully they're making a deal with Marvel, so Spider-Man will be maybe in Civil War. If maybe they will, and hopefully maybe he'll have you never know. Maybe they're negotiating right now, and I hope they do keep Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I heard that they're maybe getting Logan Lerman maybe to be Spider-Man, so you never know what they're going to do with the Spider-Man franchise. They basically screwed it all up, and that's why I was disappointed. I didn't hate it, okay, but it was a disappointment because all the potential that it had and all the ideas that they had for it, and they try to put too many ideas into it and then concentrate on having the script itself for this movie be coherent, okay, by trying to set up for movies that are coming down the line. They basically screwed up Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is a disappointment to me. So that's my 7 most disappointing films of 2014. Okay, stay tuned for my best of 2014. I'm going to have to go through the list again, movies, and see the movies that I actually saw, and come up with a list. I don't know, it'll be top 10, maybe top 12 or whatever, but I'm going to try to, I think I pretty much have an idea of what I'm going to pick for the best movies of 2014. Okay, and anyway, let me know what you think of my most disappointing films, my top 7 most disappointing films of 2014. Feel free to leave comments down below, and if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button down below. This is trepacer saying so long, and take care.